What up guys, Nerd Scum here, and I am excited beyond all reason because today I get to talk to you about the newest issue of my very favorite Marvel comic being put out right now, Astonishing X-Men #3. So, as you might remember in the previous two issues, Psylocke was in London when she got attacked psychically, like hardcore. So she sent out like a butterfly distress call through psychic channels, and it reached out to some of the X-Men. So this real ragtag group of X-Men, they all assemble in London with Psylocke, and she's like, guys, this is not just me, this is a worldwide attack, and it is the Shadow King. We have no time, we can't gather anyone else, the world is at stake, we have to go into the astral plane, and we have to stop him now. So they do. They go inside, and they leave Bishop and Angel in the normal world so that they can protect their bodies, while the guys fall into the astral plane and get caught up in the Shadow King's weird game. And at the end of that first issue, it was then revealed that Shadow King, deep, deep down in the astral plane, has a prisoner. The long-thought-dead Professor Charles Xavier. And then that's how we end out the first book. So then we start in the second book, and Shadow King and Professor X, their game has kind of elevated. And it's a game in which the X-Men are both the pieces and the prizes. So, like, basically, if Shadow King is able to break down their will inside the astral plane, he gets to take control of them in the real world. But then, the prize of the game, if Shadow King wins, he gets to kill all of the X-Men. Brutally, slowly, torturously. And if Professor X wins, then he gets to show mercy and kill them quickly. And that's where we are right now, guys. Alright, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to Astonishing X-Men #3.
Snick! Imagine this. You killed everybody you love, people who trust you, people who fought alongside you in 1,000 battles, the people who love you back. One day, you slaughter them all. You're tricked. It's not your fault, but you do it. The blood is on your hands, literally on your hands, and then someday, miraculously, you step into the place of your younger self, before it all went so deeply wrong. Your friends, your family still see you as the man they know, but you remember everything you did to them. You're not the man they know. You're the man you are. You're Logan. Then, as his claws slip and he falls, just barely catching himself on the ice wall, the X-Men want you to be a Wolverine. You can do that. You can pretend. But you're not Wolverine. You'll never be that man again. No matter what you do, there is no more saving the day for you. The day was lost a long time ago. Boom! X-Men, where they basically just tell you all the stuff I told you in the intro to this video. And then we see back in London at the Shard, the military is starting to fly in closer and get ever more upset with the X-Men. So at that point, Warren heads out to try to talk some sense into him. And at this point, this dude is basically like, hey, is that, which guy is that? And he's like, oh, well, that's the Angel. If he was Archangel, we'd have something to worry about, but we should be able to handle him. And he's like, good, take him. Then back in the astral plane, Wolverine gets to the top of the mountain and faces off with the ginormous horde of samurai demon dudes. But just as he's about to engage them, he says, nope. And they all just vanish. And then we see that Wolverine is clearly aware that he is in the astral plane, and what he has done is he has created in his mind an image of the Shadow King's fortress and a path to it, and that is all he sees. He will let nothing else stop him. Shadow King makes him appear as himself as a boy, and I can't remember this young lady's name from Wolverine Origins, but she's being threatened, and he's like, nope. Sentinels attacking? Nope. Back in Old Man Logan world, the Hulk's taking his family? Nope. Nope, nope. He is determined and going right for the Shadow King. And then at that point, as he's walking through the snow, Charles Xavier appears, and he's like, nope. And Charles tries to talk some sense to him and be like, dude, like, I'm the real Charles Xavier. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. You're just another illusion. And Wolverine's like, no, I don't think so. And Charles is like, dude, I'm trying to help you out right now. The X-Men are the only ones left who can save the world. And Wolverine's like, yeah, no shit, Charles. So then back up here with Angel, he's trying to talk some sense into them when they shoot one of these, like, blade wire nets at him. I guess that's what they are, because it misses him but just nicks his wing, and he starts to totally go all vengeance-y Archangel, and they're like, oh snap, now we're in trouble. He's freaking out. He's like, no, wait, I got it under control. I'm not gonna Hulk Archangel out. I forgive you. So why don't, like, I stay up here in the helicopter with your guys, and one of your guys can go down and investigate and check things out inside. Make sure everything's on the up and up. So then back in the astral plane, we basically have Shadow King, we have Xavier basically telling Logan that, look, listen, none of these other people who are here are strong enough, and they are all potential ways for Shadow King to get out of here. I need you, and I need you to listen to me. But Logan just does not buy it. He does not buy that Charles is not a projection, because again, as far as he knows, Charles Xavier's dead. So finally Charles has no other choice, and he astral projects himself as this Silver Samurai lightsaber X-Samurai. Silver Samurai X, let's call him that. And him and Wolverine just go at it. And down here it's, in Logan's heart, he is ruined beyond redemption. And as they fight, Charles continues. He's convinced himself that he is beyond redemption, useless. He is wrong. He has many uses. Good enough, Charles says. This is a pretty cool little fight. And then from there, we go outside of the little space that Charles has created, and we see Shadow King watching basically Wolverine fight Sinister, which is the illusion that Professor X created for Shadow King to see so he could interact with Logan. And Logan loses to Mr. Sinister in this little thing. So then we go back to the real world, and we see that, okay, Archangel's up in the helicopter, and the police, military dudes are in there, they're investigating, and it looks like they're getting everything worked out, and, you know, everything's copacetic, we're starting to get back to a good place, and then, holy crap! Say what?! Logan is in the real world, possessed by the Shadow King.
Right on, guys, that was Astonishing X-Men number 3, and it was dope! The writing in it was so great. Specifically, the best thing for me in this book has been the fact that he really understands all of these individual characters. He understands their strengths, their weaknesses, and how their dynamic within this group can really help get both emotional moments, action moments, and story moments to work at their best. And specifically in this book, man, dude, this book gets Logan. Like, this version of Logan, like, all of the, like, it just mined, like, every last ounce of emotional potential that version of the character has, and just left it on the stage. It was awesome. Like, in Logan's book, they do a lot of cool things with him, but very few of the other writers really have, like, dug into that character and really explored him that thoroughly. In this issue, the art style goes from extremely hyper-real to extremely Saturday morning cartoon character model, which can be a little bit distracting. It can be a little bit jarring as you do the transition from one to the other, especially because the styles aren't isolated, like one to the real world and one to the astral world. But each style is done really well, and within each style you get some really dynamic, really cool images that really sell the emotional stakes of the moments that are being depicted. So all in all, I feel that the artwork is very serviceable for the story and pretty awesome in general. So then when you mix that with the writing, you get just a really fantastic issue of my favorite book currently being put out by Marvel Comics. Guys, those are my thoughts on this issue. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed with issue 2, but me personally, I felt that this issue could not have risen higher after that. It was fantastic. I was really, really into it, and I am really excited for the next issue. But what about you guys? Let me know what you think. Tell me down in the comments. Go ahead and give this video a like and share it with some friends. As always, thank you very much for watching. Nerd Scum out.